Charlie, welcome to Reading Football Club. How are you feeling to get the deal done?
Yeah, it's amazing. As soon as I found out about it, I just couldn't wait to get down and see the training ground and yeah, look at it, it's amazing. So yeah, it's great to be here.
That's it. I was going to say, when did talks begin? When did you learn that Reading were looking to bring you here?
I think there's always been talk in the background, especially over the past season. I think I have a close relationship with Mark Bowen, so he was a big part as to why I joined. So I think it all came around sometime last week, and as soon as it came around, I was begging United to let me speak to Reading, and yeah, I'm thankful for them to get it done.
I was going to say, what kind of convinced you that this was a good place to progress your career? And you touched on it already, really. You know, these relationships, and you've seen what we're about, really.
Yeah, I think Reading's a developing club from the past. I think I had a couple of years left at United, but I didn't want to be too comfortable. I wanted to come out and test myself. So coming here, hopefully I can develop. I already spoke to Eddie about developing me. So yeah, I think it's the perfect place for me to develop.
That's it, because obviously you will have, you're a young lad with lots of talent, and you're always going to have plenty of options. And again, you must have been pretty pleased with what you've seen so far that convinced you that this was the option that you did want to take rather than any others, I suppose.
Yeah, I did have a few options, to be fair. But I think once I spoke to the manager, once I spoke to Mark and Brian, I think honestly it was just a no-brainer to come in, hopefully play some games and progress my career.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, obviously, you met the manager this morning for the first time, is that right?
Yeah, that's right, yeah, this morning. We had a good chat, he told me what he expected from me, and yeah, he's a really good manager.
Yeah, that's it. And you mentioned too, it is always a bold step to step away from your comfort zone, if you like. Man United's a big club, you could be safe there, but to step out and make this permanent transfer. Did you have any reservations, or as he said there, just looking for your opportunities?
Yeah, like you say, I think it gets to a point where you've been there that long. I've been there 15 years, I think. I was comfortable there, and yeah, I wanted to come somewhere that gave me a bit of stability for a couple of years, which allowed me just to focus on getting better and getting Reading back to where they belong.
That's it. Obviously, you must have got a bit of an appetite too. You in the sense that you went away last year, played at Forest Green. You knew what it was about, playing in front of crowds, and 3 points matters at the week. Did that kind of whet your appetite for what's to come?
Yeah, for sure. I think I saw some of the games last season, and the crowd's amazing. I remember my dad's last game. I was here when he took his shirt off and got a standing ovation, which obviously was a really nice thing to see, and it stuck with me. I think seeing them clap my dad and give him a nice reception is something that meant a lot to me. So to come back, it's amazing.
That's it. I was going to ask you a little bit about your dad as well. But not only the actual his career, but the start of his career too. Similar to you, he come through United, and then he went away and kind of got football, and that's kind of what you're echoing in some respects, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what he said to me. I think it's very easy just to stay at a club like Man United, but to come away, I think it shows a lot about my character, that I'm willing to step out my comfort zone, and I don't have the blanket to fall back on at United. Say if I came on loan here, I could just go back and it'd be comfortable, whereas here, I've got to perform, I've got to step up, because I'm here hopefully for a few years.
That's it. Obviously, yeah, that first experience in League One last season, what was that like with Forest Green?
Yeah, honestly, I really enjoyed it. I think obviously we found it tough at times, but I played pretty much every game there, and under Duncan Ferguson, he really helped me a lot, and I got over 1,000 minutes last season from January, which was an invaluable experience for me.
And what about you as a player then? What can our fans expect to see from you when you step onto a pitch?
Yeah, well, primarily I play midfield as a 6 or as an 8. I think that's where I'm best. I'm left-footed, a lot of energy like my dad. If I like to say a little bit better technically, that's what I banter him with.
That's it. Well, hopefully if you can marry up some of his tenacity with his technicality, that's a good mix, right?
Yeah. Now, all joking aside though, if I could have a career like him, I'd be very, very happy. 350 Premier League games is something that I could only dream of. So yeah.
Yeah, and obviously the season itself only a couple of weeks away, really. What kind of condition are you arriving with? You've been heavily involved in pre-season with United, haven't you?
Yeah. So we came back a couple of weeks ago. I've been double sessions most days. Played against Leeds in Oslo, which was really nice. Kind of the great ending to a fairy tale story coming through the academy. I captained the first team in the second half, which is honestly a really amazing moment. So
it must have been a bit of a tearjerker, right? It's probably your last appearance and you're wearing the armband, right?
Yeah, I think it made leaving a little bit easier because it kind of ticked off that box. I've made my debut. I've one of a handful of players that have come through from age 9 to 20 now. So to play for every team, including the first team, was a real amazing honour.
And obviously, yeah, as you mentioned there, you join us here. You're going to hopefully be here for a good few years. It's a real chance to be part of a project really here, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure. I think speaking to Mark, he's got great plans for the club and the chairman. I mean, the training ground, honestly, like I heard it was good, but I didn't realise it was this good. It's honestly amazing. Honestly, I'd say it's on par with United at the minute. Honestly, the training ground. So yeah. But I think with me, I'm only just 20, so the fan needs to be patient. There's a lot of developing for me still to do. I think if I was a finished article, I'd be in the Premier League already. So yeah.
And lastly, then, yeah, I mean, you're going to be setting yourself personal targets for this season, or see how we go?
I think see how we go. I think obviously I'm always very, very ambitious. Obviously the main aim is to get promoted and do as well as I can for the team. But like I say, the team always comes first, and then hopefully I can just progress, which I think I will.